been in jail, that kind of stuff.
All of that.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what happened to me, including being in jail.
Okay, that's for another
But it was
episode.
only for a few hours.
Okay, well, that's all right. You're okay.
Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane, and Moira Major. How to witch, bitch.
Welcome to another episode of How to Witch, Bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane.
Hey, Dylan, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent.
Always better when I'm next to you. Oh. Is it exhausting being so beautiful?
Oh, thank you.
Must be. Do you need to lie down each day?
It's like looking in the mirror.
Oh, bless. Now, before we get into today's episode, we've got, my God, we had so many comments. We need to hire a social media manager. I think that's what we need.
Wow.
Because we had so many comments and so many people contacting us in the last little while.
So grateful.
Which has been great on TikTok. Laura Alice, Danielle XD, Shay and McQuell. On Instagram, GC Venom, Cosmically Connected, Erin Keys, Your Mum Productions, good friends of mine. Mad Alice, 1999.
I want to meet Mad Alice.
I really feel like Mad Alice needs to meet us as well. Had lots of comments as well. Some people have been asking us questions. There's actually one about they just started the series, loving it on loving all the episodes, but also said, and this is something that we should actually do an episode on. Do you talk about being a witch and a mother? Having your children growing up in a witchy way of life. How many little witches are there?
I have 4 kids. I wouldn't say they were all witchy. Probably 2 of them are witchy, and the other 2 were a bit bitchy. So there we go.
Maybe would they come on an episode and talk about what it's like having a witch for a mother?
Yeah, why not? Let's ask one of them.
All right, well, let's do that.
2 of them.
Also, can you please write the mirror spell that you started saying at 11 minutes 59, please and thank you?
We'll have to look at what that one is.
I think that was the glamour spell, the vampires.
Ooh, yes. I'll have to go and look that one up because I've got a couple of mirror spells. What I might do then, how about we just do an episode on all the different spells you can do from the mirror?
Yeah.
We'll put them up.
Okay, cool.
We'll do that.
This is a planning meeting as well as a podcast. This is unrelated, but I was wondering, what am I meant to do with perishable offerings? Do I eat it so it doesn't go to waste? Or do I let it spoil and throw it out? Actually, that's a great question for Taylor.
I'd bury it.
Okay.
So just bury it. You know, the beautiful thing about a lot of the stuff is it's seedling. So all you're doing is you're regrounding your offering, and what does it do? Most of the time it will grow.
Beautiful. Another quick question as well. If you
Reincarnation.
if you don't feel the vibrations from the sound, which was the sound healing, does that mean that your chakras are blocked?
Could be. Yep, definitely.
Okay.
The other thing too is maybe you might want to look at putting them into your earphones and listening to the sound again, or look at the fact that you could actually go onto maybe Spotify and get that hertz. So the hertz that you want to look at is 111, 963, 428. All of those are really good for clearing chakras and for healing. The 428 is really good for your heart, so it's really good at healing. So any sort of thing where manifestation music with those hertz, really good. There's lots and lots of Spotify tracks you can find on there for meditation. Great to do at night before you go to sleep as well.
You sounded really smart then. With hertz and stuff. Like is
it hurting you?
I was actually listening to you. I
haven't done the fucking stars yet, you bitch.
All right.
Oh,
Another
God,
one
she's
as well.
setting me
Another
up.
one as
She's
well.
setting me up.
This is from overseas. She's a baby witch and she's being bullied at work by her boss.
Oh.
That's not good.
Okay, fuck off spray.
Yes. She's tried a return to sender spell and spells to try and change how she feels about me so far, but I've had no success.
Okay. So this is really great because you can take it to the office, so it's good about getting rid of any negative energy. But funny enough, I had a lady that had exactly the same thing.
Really?
And she tried everything, and she came in and she bought this fuck off spray, which says, I banish you now from my sight, fuck off now into the night, negativity now leave my space, you're no longer welcome at my place. Fuck off now, the magic is done, the spell is cast, you better run, bring me protection, so mote it be, come now, blessed be. This shit works. It's really good.
I can actually attest to the fact that it works because it was actually sprayed in an office in one of my jobs, and that person didn't last very long after that particular moment.
I had a lady come in, she was beside herself, a similar thing. She's saying, I've tried everything. And so she said, I'll give this a go. Anyway, they resigned that week.
Wow.
And she brought her friends in, and they just basically came in, took about 5 off the shelf. So we need this, and off they went.
Where can people purchase it if they're overseas, for example?
Okay, so just go to my website, moonslane.com.au, and it's definitely on there. And you've also got if you prefer it in candle form, I have. But this is great too. Like if you're going to stay at a friend's or you're going to stay in a motel, you don't know who's been there before.
The
so
energy.
it really just gets rid of the energy. Yeah.
All right, and also apparently as well, the same person has said, the baby witch has said that there's lots of stories that she has, and also they had an exorcism on their house.
Oh, I do those.
I feel another episode coming on.
Yeah.
So they're doing a great planning meeting.
Yep.
Now, who we're talking to today is Janis King. And this is a tarot master, an author, and a modern mystic with over 20 years of experience helping people unlock their potential through tarot. So we're going to have a chat to her about all things tarot. Is it good morning where you are? Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm very well. How lovely to meet you. We're very good. We have cloudy skies, sadly, here in the UK at the moment, but we have daffodils.
Oh.
So if we have daffodils, then everything must be going in the right direction.
So tell us, how does one become a tarot master?
Well, you have to do your 10,000 hours, I guess. So, yeah, it's a time thing, isn't it? I mean, you know, you've just got to do hard yards and put in a lot of time and get the experience. Because with all of this stuff, when we, you can't become, seriously good at anything really, really quickly, because it does take time for not only us to learn the language of tarot properly, but it also takes a little bit of time for the energy that we're working with to learn us. And that takes gained experience on both sides. So, your conversation with your deck develops over time and becomes more intimate and more detailed as you work with it. And it works with you. It learns what you how you respond, and it'll go, oh, okay, when I do this, she does this, and it becomes quite a familiar relationship, but that does take a bit of time.
I've been doing tarot for 40 years. Yeah,
and
for a very long time.
Yeah, and so it's something that you also, it changes with you and you change with it.
Yeah, with me, it's very similar that, I'll get downloads, and when I'm saying downloads, I'll hear something or I'll see something, and they often will use things that I have experienced in my life. So it's interesting that, a lot of people that are doing this work have had quite a lot of trauma in their lives, and the reason being is because you had to go through it to understand it, so that Spirit can use you through the cards so that you can empathize with someone. There's nothing really that I haven't done. Like, when you go and do those crossovers of,
one point if you shot a gun, been in jail, that kind of stuff.
All of that.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what happened to me, including being in jail.
Okay, that's for another
But it was
episode.
only for a few hours.
Okay, well, that's all right. You're okay. That's fine.
And funny enough, it was in England.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
What on earth?
I got taken from the church.
Yeah, I can.
God, that's another story.
What happened?
I got taken from the church. There was a nightclub. There was a massive brawl, and I just accidentally, in the middle, got taken down to the cop shop in the back of the paddy wagon and ended up there, and then I had to explain myself.
I thought you actually meant church. And
I know.
Like
It was
with
an
God
old-
and church and
It was
stuff.
an old church, but it
Okay.
turned into a nightclub. Oh, the heathens took it over.
Now, what's your advice, Janis, for people who would like to start learning about tarot? You know, we've got a lot of, on our podcast, we deal with a lot of baby witches all the way up to masters of things like that as well. What's some advice for someone who, you know, is drawn to tarot and would like to start using it?
Yeah. Well, you know, be humble and curious, I think, would be the two words that I would use. And I think Michelle is absolutely right. A lot of people that are drawn to this, myself included, like you, I have the experience also that there is almost nothing my clients can show up with that I haven't experienced. And it is interesting because I had a conversation with another reader who said that her client base is completely different to mine, because her life experience is completely different to mine. So she gets lots of readers who have experienced a certain thing, right? And I don't tend to get those particular readers, and that doesn't. And both of our, you know, client base is rich in experience, but hers has a slightly different flavor to mine. And I think we get sent the clients that we can best help. And that's really interesting, I think. So when you're learning, understand that the energy that is working through you needs to get to know you as well as you get to know it. Yeah, I mean, yes, I guess the two words I would say is humble and curious, because curious is the name of the game here. We need to be curious pages, always learning, always wanting to, you know, to be open to what we're shown, and try not to try not to sort of have to make it a certain thing or a certain experience. So I think if we can stay open to whatever it is, that's going to be the best way forward, because everybody's practice, Michelle has said also, it changes and morphs over the years. You know, it's not going to stay the same. Where we start is not where we end up. You know, if we're going to do it seriously, it changes as we change.
Is there any type of tarot deck that you prefer to work with?
Well, I work with my deck.
Oh, you've created your own deck. This is very cool.
Yeah. No, I have my own deck, which is this deck, which is a very beaten up version, I have to say. So I learned with Rider-Waite, and because that's, you know, industry standard, most people, not everybody, but most people start with Rider-Waite. And I had some issues with it. It sounds awfully egotistical to say that, but I had a few issues with I mean, no, I didn't have issues with it. That's wrong. I
didn't like it.
I
don't like Rider-Waite at all. I don't like that deck. I started with it, but I lasted probably 3 weeks, and I went to the Mythic Tarot because I just really fell in love with the gods and the goddesses, because it resonated with me being a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I mean, I think I think it's genius in the fact that it's become the foundation stone of all modern tarot, in its structure and in its in all of the symbolism that's packed into every card. It's you know, that it's a genius job, absolutely phenomenal. But you know, as with all things, it was like it's 100 years ago, right? It was designed 100 years ago for an audience of 100 years ago, and that's fine, and that's very interesting, and we can look at it. But now the reason I did my deck, well, that it wasn't because of the Rider-Waite, but it sort of brings it up to date more, and I wanted to make the energetic communication more direct. So what I didn't want to do is create a deck that just reinvented the wheel. I didn't want to just remake images which just the same as Rider-Waite, but
version.
Just different pictures. I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to make it more understandable. So my royals, my court cards are people that it's very simple deck, and I wanted to make the energy the leading point. So for me, the energy and the suits is absolutely fundamental. That's what I lead with all the time, the energy and the suits. And so my queen, I'll show you my Queen of Swords. She'll make you laugh. So there's my Queen of Swords. You can see she's quite a feisty
she is.
lady.
Is she wearing high heels?
She's very
She's independent.
in charge.
She looks very independent.
She does.
She
She's
is
very
very
strong.
independent. She's very in charge. It's all about the business, right? She's
wouldn't
not
ask her to
interested
cook
in
dinner.
anyone's emotional position.
No, I wouldn't ask her to do anything, that woman. She can do whatever the hell she wants.
I'll show you my. This is what I wanted to make the imagery simple but relatable. So that's the Four of Pentacles. 4 is a stabilization number in tarot. So this is a guy who is literally holding on to a safe. What he's doing, he's keeping safe
His money.
his experience in his life. So he doesn't want to share, and that's for a myriad of different reasons, depending on the reading, obviously. But what he's doing is his instinct is stay safe.
So you had to look at that and see the Grinch trying to hold on because he's green, trying to keep his money.
Your deck would be very different.
Though, is it?
My deck is different. I've got one coming out and I'm using cauldrons instead of cups. So I've done what you've done. I've channeled a completely different deck, and that's going to come out next year. Yeah. It's all ready to go.
Yeah, that's great. And it's very exciting, isn't it? Making your own deck. It really does take you into a whole other world, and you learn loads. I mean, everything sort of goes up a level when you really go into it and really dig down as to what do I want to say in this card. It's a fascinating process.
Which is your most witchy card?
Which is my most witchy card? Do I have a witchy? I'm not sure I have a witchy card. I mean, I suppose the Queen of Swords is fairly witchy.
Yeah, she is fairly strong. Yes.
She's quite an in-charge girl, isn't she? Do I have a witchy card? Do you know
what about the High Priestess?
Maybe the Queen of Wands. In as much as that she's kind of
fiery.
She's very energetically powered. Yeah. She's kind of like the Phoenix, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely.
Powered by fire energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I would say maybe she's my
witchy.
Most witchy card. Yeah, I mean the witch thing is it's an interesting thing because when I teach ceremony as well, I maybe don't term it witchcraft because for me it's a label that with my particular clientele and my students, it's but that doesn't mean that we don't use ceremony and we're not talking about energy and about creating what we want to create in our lives and leaning into that energy and working with it.
So you don't do it like the old pagan way. You would just work with the energy, so the universe. So you're just working in bringing down, manifesting through the universe as which is another way of doing it, where I do it with the old gods and.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, the way I look at it is, they're all roads lead to Rome, right? So there isn't one way of doing it. All potential exists. Who we choose to connect with has to be right for us. So we can work with old gods, we can work with energetic, beings or spiritual beings. We can decide who we're going to have the conversation with and who we think we best resonate with. And I think that's fantastic. And what's great about tarot is it connects us in whatever way we want to connect, right? And I think that's that's awesome.
Do you work with alien energy?
I don't. No, I don't tend to. I don't, because I prefer the energetic realm rather than. I've been on quite a few podcasts that do paranormal kind of alien stuff. It's not really my area, honestly. I would rather work with what I feel are, should we say, connected into our realm, whether that be energetic or whatever that is, spiritual or whatever. I prefer to stay within the realm of our human connection within our human spiritual and energetic dimension, as it were.
Okay.
What about you, Michelle?
Oh, me. Well, I just work with the universe, but I also work with the gods. So I work with old gods as well. But to me, it's like I also believe that the universe is more alien. So I do believe that I do actually work with people that are from other places as well. So, for example, angels are from another place. They're fallen angels. They're alien to us. So, therefore, that to me is still working with aliens. And besides that, I think I'm one.
I didn't expect to hear that.
I'm
today.
joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. We know you're very unique and very special, but I don't know if you could really say you're an alien.
I think we all are. I think we all came from Mars.
Well, technically, aren't we aliens when you think about it?
Our
Because
DNA is made up of stardust, and stardust is planets, and planets are aliens, so therefore we are alien.
Oh, there's another episode, I'm sure, coming. Janice, thank you so much for joining us. You can check out the Life Code Tarot deck. Also, check out just Janis King. You can just Google her and find out everything fabulous about you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's my pleasure. Thank you, ladies. Lovely to see you.
Enjoy.
All right,
I'm leaving the room. You go and check the stars.
All
But
right.
no, you'll get distracted if I'm in here.
Okay, all right.
Have fun.
Cool.
Good luck.
Thank you. Let's check the stars for the week. Aries. This brings a moment to slow down and notice what your recent efforts have created. You're often focused on the next challenge, but today ask yourself to appreciate the results already forming around you. Gratitude will help you regain clarity about where your energy should go next. Taurus. Today invites you to comfort and grounding, spending time with simple pleasures, good food, nature and quiet time, and someone you trust. The more you slow down and appreciate the present moment, the more abundance will come for you. Gemini, your mind is buzzing with ideas today and this week, so conversation should be unexpectedly bright. Someone around you may offer you a perspective that helps you see a situation differently. Stay curious, as today's dialogue will also help you plant important seeds for the future. Cancer. Emotions may run a little deeper this week, so encouraging you to connect in with what truly nourishes your heart. Spend time with loved ones or creating a peaceful home environment will restore your balance. Leo, you may feel a spark of motivation this week. This encourages you to share your talents or your idea with others. Do not hold back. Your enthusiasm will inspire people all around you, so stay positive and keep your attention on what you're going for. Virgo, today is ideal for organising something that has been lingering on your mind. Small practical actions will bring a sense of relief and clarity. By the evenings, you should be putting your feet up and having more time and being calmer in your space. Please make sure to schedule this time for yourself. Libra, balance is the theme of the day. If something in your life has felt out of alignment, this week offers you the opportunity to gently correct it. A thoughtful conversation and even some moment of honesty can also restore harmony for you. Scorpio, your intuition this week will be strong. It will be guiding you towards truths that may have been hidden before. Pay attention to subtle signs or feelings that you are getting. What is the sense beneath the surface? Take some time to delve deeply before you make decisions. Sagittarius, a venture may come in small ways today, perhaps through the learning something new or exploring a fresh idea. Keep your mind open. Even a simple change in routine will give you inspiration. Capricorn, This week highlights progress, even if you're feeling like you've been going slow. Take a moment to recognise how far you've come rather than focusing on what still needs to be done. Your persistence will be quietly paying off. Aquarius. A creative or unconventional idea will pop into your mind this week, so don't dismiss it. It will lead to exciting new paths and even a solution that you've been looking for. Sharing your vision with the right people will bring surprising support. Pisces. This week is reflective and there's a lot of reflective energy around you. Take some quiet moments. Listen to some music, draw, or meditate. This will help you connect in with your inner voice. Trust your intuition. It's the direction that your heart always wants to go. And that is your stars for the week.
Well done, you.
Oh, wow.
Hey?
Hey?
Well done.
Getting better.
Well, that is it for today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Janis as well for joining us. Make sure to share the podcast with your friends. Feel free to rate it too. Make it sure it's your favourite.
5 stars.
Yes, thank you. It would be very good. Keep those comments coming, please. And thank you so much for everything you are, Michelle.
And you too, Moira.
Bye.
Bye.
Woodwork Podcasts.